from the shores of Lake Erie to Browns fans worldwide. Hope is alive and the future's bright. This is There's a Gleam podcast, a Cleveland Browns podcast. Let's get the gleam together. Cold Lake wind and orange lights, Sunday fire, dog pound nights. We won the scars, we stood the test, brown and orange across our chest. From the Muni lot to the end zone line, this city's heart still beats in time. Through every loss and every dream, you can feel it rise. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam together. This is our time. Let's get the gleam together. Whoa. Let's get the gleam together. This is our town.
Good afternoon, Browns fans, and welcome to There's a Gleam podcast, a Cleveland Browns podcast built here, forged by loyalty. This is Tag, and today is Wednesday, August 19th, 2026, and we are live at 12:02 p.m. Coming up today, man, we got a jam-packed show. We got our social media responses from our Gleam legend, Gleam Nation Speaks, Gleam Showdown. He said what he said. Tons of Browns news we're going to try and get through. We have the recap of the Bears game, the QB battle. Buffalo Bills week is this week. Got some injury news, some roster moves, PSL news, and so much more. Of course, we have our AFC North and NFL news. The land, we're doing an abbreviated land this week, John, featuring Anthony's Family Restaurant and a special honor that was bestowed upon me.
Nice.
We got Inside the Dog Pound. Our free agent fight of the week is Ace. Latsu tailgating is official rule or tailgate BS. Keeping it clean here. Johnny, let's light that gleam, buddy.
You want to light the gleam? Let's light it.
Light the gleam, turn it up and join the team. Big opinions, loud and free. This is where Browns fans wanna be. Light the gleam, let the whole damn dog pound scream. Here we go, let's hear what you've got to say.
All right. Are you ready, Steve?
I'm ready. That fires me up, man.
That fired me up too. So social media responses we had this week. There's a Gleam Legends,
Yes.
Nick Chubb. I actually used Nick Chubb because I had a request from a Browns fan, Dan Thomas on TikTok, and he said, "Hey, can you do Nick Chubb for us?"
I was going to ask you about that. I know it's modern era, but I mean, he's still, well, as far as I know, he hasn't signed with anybody yet still, but all right. It's tough to argue though, right?
Yeah, maybe the Browns will sign him. I
never.
think that ship has come and gone though.
Probably.
So we had a lot of good response about Nick Chubb. Then we had Gleam Nation Speaks.
Yes.
One preseason game down. What stood out to you?
What were some of the responses for that?
Well, Steve, if I was prepared, I'm getting to it right now. Actually, I don't think we actually had a lot of responses on that one this week. I feel like our videos do better than our some of the
I had
writing.
a few on like TikTok and stuff. Of course, the quarterback play. There were some in support of Watson saying he actually looked pretty good, better than what they thought.
Uh-huh.
And on the flip side, I heard a couple with Sanders saying, they kind of was hoping for more. So, of course, if you're on social media in general, the sky's falling after one preseason game. So,
right,
kind of all over the place with it. But
and that kind of leads into the Gleam Showdown last week.
Yes,
we had Deshaun, and this was before the game. It was Deshaun Watson versus Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah,
and Steve, it was all over the place. Jay on TikTok said, "I'm picking Shedeur, but whoever gives us the best chance to win, because 2027 might be a good one for the dogs." And then one South Florida Browns fan said they both suck. Gabriel.
Oh God.
So it's all over the place. So one guy's Cam said number 4 is up. So
yeah.
A lot of response though from that one.
Yeah. I did my he said what he said, and this one I went non-football, but in the football theme, and with the news of PSLs and a Browns stadium that was released the other day. So I went with a PSL is nothing more than charging Browns fans for the privilege of spending even more money. So,
well, that is true.
And it tells you how I feel about PSLs, and I'm sure most fans. So anyway, those are some of this week's responses from Gleam Nation. Keep them coming. We absolutely love hearing from you guys, trying to get better with interacting in real time on our different social media platforms and stuff. Speaking of those, I'm sure you know where, but we're on YouTube at There's a Gleam Podcast. Follow us on Facebook at There's a Gleam Podcast. On X, it's at Get the Gleam. We're using mine for the most part, and then John's at Get the Gleam. We're both on TikTok and our website. That's the big one. www.there'sagleam.com. John, does anybody say www anymore, or did they just say there'sagleam.com?
They say World Wide Web, there'sagleam.com.
No, they don't go that far out saying all that.
No.
That's old. That's an old person. You can find us at Worldwide. No.
www.
And speaking of that, there you can find at our website, our bios, links. We got our merch store. If you want to get some products, thank you for those that have been buying stuff. It's been pretty cool to see. We have t-shirts, sweatshirts, tumbler, rock glass, coffee mugs. We're still working on the hats. We've had a glitch with that. But John, I did have a surprise for you. I'm going to pull this.
Oh, let me see.
I'm going to focus on me. But on a side note, I had a friend of mine do some. I'm wearing one which you can't see, but you can see the logo over there. But I have it in brown.
Oh, nice.
It's got the front and then the back.
Like it. That's
So
cool.
we have that and a brown t-shirt.
And now we
have a white t-shirt.
Are we going to be able to sell these or?
Yeah, if I can figure out how. We got to figure that out because with the company we use, they have their shirts made up. So I don't know. They're different. They have an orange and a brown one.
Yeah.
But want to see how we could do it. So got that. And then I stopped at Rally House the other day, and I was impressed. A little annoyed. They don't sell a lot for guys that are plus size. But I'm a hat guy. I have 40 or 50 hats at least. And so always looking to get hats. And I did come across this one I bought. I'm curious to see what you think, your feeling. But this is my latest hat.
I absolutely love that hat.
Okay.
That's like
really like it.
That's like one of my favorite elves.
It was $39.99 plus tax. I think I paid $42. I love it. I love the old elf, the mean running elf.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't know if I'm crazy about is it's black with orange, and I kind of thought of Cincinnati.
Why are we doing black and orange?
That's why I was like, after
Bullshit.
I bought it, like, wait, why? This should be brown. Now it's different. Everything's brown and orange, but some part of me a little bit that Cincy.
Nope, I'm not wearing it. I won't buy it. It's got to be brown and orange, not black and orange. Sorry, we're not the Bengals.
Now I got to take it back.
Yeah, hell yeah. But why'd you put a Browns logo on this Bengals hat?
I don't know. In their defense, there's a gray hat. So, and then I went on the Fanatics. They was popping over all my social media things, and I bought 3 more hats. One's gray, but at least it says, it's kind of a different look. I kind of like sometimes the different hats. I got 3 hats coming and 2 shirts. So I dropped about $160 there. I dropped over $200 the other day on Browns merch. So there you go. Good.
Way to go. Keep spending, Steve.
Right?
Hey, Maddie got me this cup. She came by last week.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
She got it like the dollar store. Don't bother me. It's football season.
Hey, real quick, what's the shirt you're wearing? I saw that earlier.
Woke up feeling dangerous. Steve, I went to the thrift store and I got it.
How much?
$3.50. I got a Cleveland shirt. I got this shirt. They got like GV art, like Goodwill's. Well, I shouldn't put this out there because everybody's going to grab all the good shirts, but Goodwill is the way to go for some cool old vintage shirts.
Good for me, good for everybody.
I love that.
Hey, real quick, Steve, I forgot. Gleam Showdown this week. It's a little bit different, not football related. It's Motley Crue versus Van Halen, Sammy Hagar era.
Ooh, that is a good one.
That's kind of in honor. I'm going with our friend Kevin to Gatlinburg tomorrow for that hairband festival.
Yeah. Well, and I want to thank you for that because I normally don't attend preseason games. It's preseason, whatever, even though we're paying all these big bucks for them. But I'm going this week. Friend and I went with her also to Browns training camp, Lysandra. Follow her on X. I believe it's Lavita Lysandra at Lavita. She's got the other ticket. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. We got our new seats in the dog pound. So I'm curious to see what those look like. You had that video when you went for, what was that, the summer tailgate or something?
Yeah, the summer tailgate. And you need to send me a video.
I am.
When you're at the game.
Oh, absolutely. And play it for the thing. So I'm going to go trying to figure out what we're doing before. I love tailgating, but preseason, nobody kind of does their full things. I don't know what's going on. I know there's people, friends, social media friends and stuff that are going to be out and about. So I might pop down. I don't know. To be determined. But anyway.
I saw Nat's tailgate canceled their tailgate for Saturday.
Yeah. I know Eric over at Top Dog, he'll do a smaller scale where he'll set up shop somewhere with him. And it's not even at West Third. He's done a past setup at some local lot with a grill or something. So, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, it's preseason.
But I'm excited. Hey, I'm going to see some live football, the Bills, our new seats, friend to show, Lysandra, and hopefully see some others. So I'm actually looking pretty excited today. That's Saturday, 1 o'clock. So there you go. So, all right.
Let's talk about this last week's game.
Let's get to some Browns news here.
The Bears beat the Browns 34-10 in our first preseason game. Of course, everybody's talking Watson-Sanders battle. What I guess, Steve, what's your take on that?
My take is we need the Browns news banner up.
Oh, I like that. Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, a little surprising, a little not. I mean, finally got to see the fellas. It was strange. I was watching it to start, and we had to go to a Sweet 16 birthday party at our boat club. So I was at our dock watching the game, and I kept delaying with Deb. I'm like, no, we'll go. We're going to be fashionably late to this. And I kept putting it off. I left. It was 10-0. I'm feeling good. I come back. We're down 24-10. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
But as far as the quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson, I'll give some credit. He looked better than what I thought. He was 11 out of 15, 126 yards.
Yeah. 2
scoring drives he led. And, generally, I'd say he looked pretty comfortable with Monken's offense. Although he did lose a fumble, but again, better than what I thought. What did you think?
Yeah, for a guy that is coming off 2 Achilles injuries within the last 2 years, I thought he actually played pretty good. And me, I'm not a Deshaun Watson fan at all. I really can't stand him.
I don't think either of us are. To be honest, I didn't think we'd see him on the field again. I thought he was done after that, especially not only from the Achilles, but re-tearing it and guaranteed $230 million. Why are you coming back? So I give him credit. He worked his butt off to come back when he could have.
Yeah, you got to give the man his due. I mean, he did come back, and I thought he played well. The one thing that I guess I didn't see out of Watson, and maybe we'll see it coming up in the future, is didn't really push the ball downfield.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair say. And I don't remember for sure, but did the Bears sit out most of their number one defense?
Yes. Yeah, so they sat out a lot of starters.
That's what I thought. So I mean, a little possibly skewered
like a
So but again, it was at least somewhat positive. Shedeur, 6 of 11, 79 yards. He did have the interception, but what I do like about him is he can go down the field. Did that a couple times, had a couple really nice deep ball passes.
He did. The one to Floria, but he stood back there and just put it right on the numbers to Floria. And I thought that was a good play. The interception, I saw some things as Chase Daniels was talking about how possibly, the ball was wet. It slipped out of his hand. I don't know if that's the case. So what? It's an interception. Interception's an interception.
Right.
So I thought he played okay. I didn't think either guy played great, and I don't think it's a really good sign that neither one of these guys is really just lighting it up either.
No, that is true. I mean, if you're judging strictly just on the Chicago game, you have to say Watson better performance of the two, you think? Or
yeah, I would say slightly, but I don't know, Steve. I was watching videos. There were open receivers he didn't go to.
Is that Watson?
Yeah, Watson. So
okay.
I guess this is one of those things where as fans, we just see what we see and then like kind of riff off it, but the coaches, they know what was supposed to be run, where the players were supposed to be, where the reads are. And I guess that's why Todd Monken's going to sort this mess out.
So let me ask you this: how much weight should one preseason performance carry compared to everything Monken's seen during camp?
Yeah, I don't think too much, especially not the Bears game. But now coming up against the Bills, I think this is a big week.
Yeah.
We're
going to talk to that next. But so if Monken had to name a QB1 today, is it Watson or Sanders?
I think Watson. What do you think?
Yeah, I think right now, if you, I mean, granted, it's one game, but if you're just looking at one performance so far, you'd have to. But he did have the advantage of playing with the ones. So, but if you had to pick a winner, which we're not, but you'd have to probably slightly favor it in Watson.
But then Watson did have a delay. I think it was a delay game. Didn't he have a delay game?
Yeah.
So he had that. So he was.
I think they called a timeout too or something.
Right.
One, so which indicates trouble getting in, getting the plays in, getting out of the huddle, which he's talked about.
And then Steve, I don't know if did you see the interview with Deshaun Watson with Aditi Kikawala on the sideline?
I don't think so. No, I did not.
So she was talking about the quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
And when she was, I wish I had the video, because when she said it, Watson was like, I don't really do quarterback sneaks. I'm thinking, what? He was like, he didn't really want to do it when Monken made the call, because he doesn't really do quarterback sneaks. I'm like, I don't get that, Deshaun. You're a quarterback. We need a yard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just guess, I just don't like Watson's game.
No. Well, I'm going to jump a little around our notes. We had to kind of out order, so I want to kind of stay with talking about this game and stuff. But some young players are making some noise here, specifically two guys really three, because I forgot to mention this. And when you were just talking about Concepcion, Sampson, I know this is his second year, but he's still a young player. Sure. And I will throw Florio in there that you just mentioned, because all that kid does is seem to make plays. And I wish I pulled this too, because Monken had a good sound bit about Florio, local kid from Menor.
Yeah.
All that kid does is make plays, catches the ball, and it's a shame he got hurt last year. So he's making a strong push to make this roster. But anyway, we talk so much about quarterbacks. We can't overlook what's happening to some of our young offensive weapons. And let's start with KC Concepcion.
Okay.
He led the trio with 72 all-purpose yards and the lone touchdown as well of the game. And then Sampson recorded the team's longest play from scrimmage. So, John, what do you think about KC?
Well, I think just like every Browns fan out there, he just jumped off the page with that speed. I mean, I don't know if I was trying to think back. When was the last time I saw a Browns player with that explosiveness? Schwartz, but not really.
But did he ever do anything?
No, that's the thing. He never did anything. And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe Josh Gordon, but he was bigger. He had the longer strides. I don't know, Steve. Casey Concepcion is something special.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like you said, you saw the explosiveness on that punt return, which was really cool to see. That touchdown too, the end around thing that he took, that was that's exactly what you wanted to see. Isn't that what the thing was? He's an explosive playmaker.
Ooh, yeah.
And the camp highlights and everything are nice, but to see it actually in a game against live competition and stuff, that was what was exciting. So what do you have? He had one carry for the 14 yards, which was a touchdown.
Yeah.
Jet sweep play. Then he had 3 receptions. I think it was 27 yards. I think he had, three receptions, 4 targets. Yeah. And then the punt return, for his 30 or 31 yards?
31 yards. That. Yeah.
So let me ask you this about KC.
Yeah.
Do you like Concepcion returning punts, or no, you don't want your first round pick on punt returns?
I got no problem with my first string wide receiver returning punts.
Right? Isn't that why you kind of got him?
Yeah, it's part of the game. You need them.
Our special teams have been god awful for the last several years. That to have somebody like him that actually puts the fear, they got to actually respect and think about how they're going to punt the ball to us when they do. And I'm on record. I think this defense could be really good, so I'm expecting lots of punts. So why not? He's a weapon. Get the ball in his hands. I mean, we saw last year the different guys they trotted out there, and it was god awful. So I am all for it.
And if he gets hurt returning a punt while he gets hurt, that's football.
That's why you get paid the big bucks. So exactly. And Dylan Sampson, I don't want to forget about Sampson either, because Monken, I've heard him talk about Sampson in the past, and he's called him electric with the ball in his hands, and they've been using him as a receiver out of the backfield, which gives Cleveland just another great mismatch against linebackers. We saw it last year. He made plays. So, You know, he had 2 receptions, 43 yards, the longest being the one I don't think he got anything on, but the one it was, right. I think that was the delayed screen pass that got him 43 yards.
Yeah.
Carries, 4 carries. I think it was, I want to say 6 or 7 yards he had. It wasn't, it was under 10. I remember that, but
our whole run game was pretty.
Yeah, that wasn't. But I mean, he's that perfect third down back. Put him in the backfield, can run, can catch. I love me Dylan Sampson. I like him a lot. I like the 1-2 possibility with him and Judkins.
What young player are you most excited about right now? Denzel Boston, Concepcion, Sampson, or Fano?
Well, Fano is nice to see. He got a decent, about 50% of the snaps or something. So see him get work in. I thought he was. I thought our offensive line kind of struggled overall, if I'm being honest. You know, but it's to be expected. You got 5 guys in there for the first time playing together. You're gonna have that. But of the 5, I thought Fano looked the best. For me, Concepcion got me really excited to finally see him do something in a game. But I've been high. I loved it coming out. He was the guy I kind of was hoping for. And I think he had 1 catch for about 12 yards. Me, I'm still high on Denzel Boston.
So am I.
Are you?
Well, honestly, okay, I'm gonna put them as a pair. Boston and Concepcion. I'm most excited about them.
Raul Havana said 12-21 and the ball slipped again. I think he's talking about Sanders.
Probably. Slipped out of his hand.
Yeah.
Fano played with the first and with the second team also. So
I mean, I know they're trying to get him reps and get him ready. So but injuries.
Yeah, there's a lot to be excited though with these young players.
Absolutely. I'm excited. Next week's another week to grow. We're going to talk about Buffalo next, but injuries. A lot of injuries, but one good news is Mike Hall Jr.'s back.
Right.
But that's a big concern. I mean, the Browns had a lengthy list of players that have been missing practice, including, top of my head, you had Tillman, Schlesinger, Brailsford. I really thought he would compete for that starting center job. Royer, we haven't even seen.
Yeah, he has not even been around. I don't know what's going on with him.
Khalil Davis, the new tackle, he's out. Malik Collins, we knew he was probably going to start out, but tackle's defensive tackle has been a big concern for us. But there was good news. Mike Hall returned to practice, and that's important because we need to establish this defensive tackle rotation, and it's nice to get somebody back.
Yeah. It is.
So,
I think this depth on this team is going to probably rear its ugly head this year.
Yeah,
sooner than later. And this is just part of the building process. I think we're still another year or so away from, getting more depth.
Right. No, I would agree. The one thing defense I thought looked pretty decent. The one thing that did concern me is our depth. We're not as deep as we thought. And then Schlesinger, I'm not going to lie, Johnny. Schlesinger's another player I'm watching. He's been sidelined with this ankle injury and is not participating in camp. As far as I can date back to, I think it's July 31st.
Yeah.
Monken clarified, and that his extended absence is not due to any severe or long-term setback, but it's rather been about just being overly cautious. But damn.
That's a long time.
How concerned? I mean, are you concerned about how much time Schlesinger's missed, and are you buying what Monken's selling?
Obviously, I'm a little concerned with any time a player is injured. However, it's very early in the year. I think it's important that he gets 100% healthy. We don't need him hobbling around and trying to come back too soon. So
fair.
So if it takes him, if he missed, now I heard he's coming back this week. So we'll see. If he doesn't, that's okay. If he needs 2 more weeks, he needs 2 more weeks. There's plenty of football to play this year.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, Monken's never kind of come across to me as a guy that bullshits.
Right.
I think he's kind of a straight shooter, probably to a fault, which is refreshing after some of the coaches we've had and what we've heard, some of the responses and excuses being. So until he proves me wrong, I'm going to take him for his word. And like you said, but now that Hall's back, let's hope he stays back. Are you comfortable with the defensive tackle room, or should Barry still be looking for that another veteran?
I mean, I've said all along, come cut day in the NFL, the Browns need to be active.
Yeah, I mean, well, and we'll talk about it later. I know we've tried to get 2 former defensive ends on this team, and both have fallen apart. So tackles
didn't work out.
No. All right, my friend, let's get to the upcoming It's Buffalo week. And why Thursday may matter more than Saturday. Why
is that, Steve?
Well, I'm going to tell you why, John, because that's what we do here. they're going to do the joint practices followed by the preseason game. So Thursday might be the most important because Monken, he expected the projected starters to get substantial, and he emphasized substantial work against Buffalo starters. And the talk was that if they felt that, and I think he's been discussing, and I forget Buffalo's new head coach's name, but the thought is if they feel like they get a lot of good work in with these two joint practices, then you're probably not going to see very many, if any, starters on Saturday. So it sounds like they're putting more emphasis on these joint practices and what they're looking to accomplish and stuff than really Saturday's game. So,
okay.
Which is particularly interesting at quarterback because now Sanders is scheduled to start at Saturday against Buffalo after Watson got his start. And if Cleveland's number one offense gets most of its work on Thursday, then Sanders could be potentially playing Saturday without any of the starters around him.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it's really going to. So you're saying Thursday's the big day, and then Friday also. Friday too.
I think they do. Are
they looking at Thursday?
Yeah, I think Thursday will be the heavy day. You got the game Saturday, so Friday I would think to be a lighter day. To be honest, yeah. If they even, what do they really do? Because most of the time they, it's a walkthrough or whatever.
Right.
So I think Thursday's the big one. So, and of course, you'll probably hear if this all comes to fruition and stuff, then of course, if Sanders looks not that good, you're going to be like, well, of course, he didn't have any of the first team with him. And,
Steve, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think we're going to see both these quarterbacks at some point this season.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say, is it fair to Sanders if Watson had starters around him against Chicago? Or should we just stop worrying about making every quarterback rep exactly equal and simply just trust the evaluation?
I think you're right with that. I think you just you can nitpick this thing apart. I think you're right. You just go with the evaluation. Monken knows what he's looking at. He knows what he wants.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
What are you watching on Thursday? What are you kind of watching or looking out to hear? Who gets the number one QB reps? If they're putting that much emphasis on that and stuff,
I gotta imagine that's key, right? Who's getting all those reps on Thursday?
Yeah,
and so I'm gonna place my bet in. I'm gonna say it's Watson. Who do you think? Who do you think's gonna get the majority?
I know they said Monday Sanders started off at practice QB1. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Sanders. I think it's going to be 50-50.
Oh, okay.
If I'm being honest, because if
way to not commit on anything there, Steve.
Well, if Sanders does play a lot during a practice, then and Monken says if they felt they got good work and then starters are going to sit, so then does that mean Sanders now wouldn't get the start? And then there's, he didn't get a start. Who knows?
Right.
Regarding that, I'm curious to see who moves the offense against Buffalo between either of the quarterbacks. We're going to hear about it. So which quarterback can actually move against that Buffalo defense? Who handles pressure and just who looks most comfortable commanding that offense? Because that's been a big, I think that's one of Monken's sticking points with,
because quarterback is. I mean, if I'm Todd Monken, I want the guy that is going to get the team in and out of the huddle, make the smart decisions.
Right.
And not turn the ball over.
So I think we agree. So for me, as far as what's more important this week, Thursday's joint practice or Saturday's game, I think I would go with, for starters, it's probably Thursday. And if your player's fighting to make this roster, then Saturday could be everything for you.
Right.
I think that's a fair way to look at it.
I think that's fair, yeah. And then you have the last game against
New England.
That's a Thursday night against New England.
Patriots.
And that's going to be a lot of the guys on the bubble are going to be really up against it.
Moving on to that, we got Rudy. That's right, we're calling him Rudy now. Thank God.
Yep.
Rudy's defense is going to get a real test. So we spent training camp hearing about Cleveland's defense giving our own offense all kinds of problems. Now we see them. We got to see a little bit against the Bears, and I thought the defense overall looked. I mean, for when they played, they shut them out. So, granted that their starters, Caleb Williams, that have played, none of their starters. So, I guess you would say, well, good. I mean, they should dominate. If it's the second unit, I thought they dominated them. So, But Buffalo brings a different personnel formations tendency. You got Josh Allen, your guy James Cook. Isn't that your fantasy running back, or was that last year? So DJ Moore, former Bears, now with them. So they got some good weapons. So I'm watching Jared Verse in the pass rush. Also, Mason Graham, he's practicing. I want to see him inside, and I want to see our corners, Ward and Campbell in that secondary.
It's a great opportunity for the Browns to go up against arguably one of the best offenses in the NFL to get some work done, to see where they're at with this defense.
I agree. So it'll be, like I said, these joint practices. At first, I didn't know how I feel, but I think you get a lot out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe, I don't know, it probably helps the more established teams a little bit better, meaning people like we're so up in the air with a lot of our roster offense, quarterback, that line. If you were more of a team that, hey, we're like Buffalo, for example, you go in and get some good practice work in against somebody else instead of your own players. And then you don't play in the game so much. So we'll see. But again, I can't wait to see game 2. Roster moves. Let's pop over to there real quick.
Okay.
Couple moves this week worth mentioning. So we signed, this surprised me because we signed wide receiver Ben Patterson, which I thought were loaded receiver. I don't know if any receivers really being hurt, but anyway. And we waived again guard Jack Conley. So I thought that was interesting. That poor man has been waiting. You're back, you're gone, you're back, you're gone. And then we also signed tight end Jermaine Terry II and waived tight end Brendan Bates with an injury designation. So, we're getting closer enough to the roster cuts that these bottom of the roster moves matter more. So I'd start paying, particular attention to the battles for me at receiver, offensive line, defensive tackle, and that back end of our secondary.
Right.
So there was some news, John. Wasn't there some news about Taylon Green?
Yeah, he's going to play on Saturday.
Okay. No.
What?
No.
Or next Saturday.
Hi, Debbie. Yeah, no.
Thursday.
He said, you jumped again. You're all excited.
I was all excited about Taylon Green.
No.
And now it's next Thursday.
Right.
Damn, I got to wait another week.
Yeah, he said there's just not enough reps right now. And I agree. I mean, you don't even know who your number one quarterback is. So, but he's going to get the opportunity in the third preseason game against the Patriots.
I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I know it's not going to be much, but I think he's a project that we got to maybe think about.
Well, and that falls into the question I was going to ask you real quick. Yeah. What would Taylon Green have to show against New England for you to say the Browns absolutely need to keep developing this kid?
No interceptions, no fumbles, and look like he has an idea of what he's doing.
All right.
What about you?
I just want to see some playmaking ability. I want to see how he moves, how he handles the pocket, how he moves. I mean, we know the kid's a physical freak of nature, so I want to see that. You can test, hey, he runs this, he can throw a ball 100 yards. Does he do it in a game? So does he have that cannon for an arm? Has he got that athletic ability to move, get out of the pocket? I want to see it all. And if he shows all that, that's a kid I want to work with. And no offense, we've talked about it before. No offense to like a Dylan Gabriel, but a kid like Taylon Green with that size and all those measurables, that's something I say. We work with this and for as long as we can until it doesn't work. So
it blows my mind that Dylan Gabriel's getting reps and Taylon Green's not.
Right? So,
why? What are we doing?
He was a 3rd round pick and he was,
who cares? He sucks.
Dominic said, on top of that, good decision. Absolutely. Yep. Good point, Dom. Good decision making. He also wants to see the young kids.
I agree.
A young quarterback. No, fair point. So, John, we got some new stadium and PSL news that's getting real, my friend. What do you got?
Well, first of all, Steve, did you see the new virtual PSL, I don't know, $multi-million or $1 million studio you can go to and look at your seats? Now, do you think we'll be able to get into that cube? The
supposedly
immersive cube?
Supposedly you're supposed to be able to, but they did say appointments only. So
I'm going to call my rep. We need to call a rep and get in there.
Yeah, I've got the in with some of my reps.
You do.
They hooked me up once. So, but yeah, no, they. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, but I was just talking about the immersive cube.
Yeah, so it's what they. So from what I gathered and stuff, it's a roughly 4,000 square foot experience center. It's in Berea. It's designed to show prospective buyers. That's us. We're still prospective. I haven't.
They ain't got nothing on us right now.
Nope. But so it includes, you're right, a large scale stadium model, which I did see the video of that. I think some of the local writers, Daryl Ryder and a few others, had videos of stuff. Examples of seating in the immersive cube, which is a 270-degree digital experience that can show fans what the view will look like from different locations inside that stadium. So there'll be no surprise. Hey, I didn't know this bar was here, or this, whatever. And they said, yeah, initially it's operating by appointment only, with the early attention, of course, going to the big money people, the suites and club seats. Now, I do have I think we have time to play this, a quick little digital.
2 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes according to mine. You're too fast.
My 2 minutes equals your 4.
Did confirm the PSL, and here's what he had to say.
Working through pricing. PSL sales will.
Wait a second.
What happened, Steve?
Well, it's not coming up.
So mid-September. As we've said all along, we'll start with the highest price points in the process, work through those before we move on to the next price point. So it is a 3-year process to get to the building, but we're excited to start that in about a month.
Sorry about that. That got in. So
I was going to, sorry.
No. For some reason, it wouldn't go up when I had the other thing up. So anyway, so basically he said, it did confirm starting in about mid-September, we're going to start hearing what these PSLs are. Now, of course, they're going to be the big ones. So that's going to set the tone. And are they really close? Remember, we saw some of those examples of $150,000, $50,000. Yeah. So less than a month, about a month away from that. And then it's this. The other thing I took away from that is it's just not a short sale campaign. They're envisioning a 3-year PSL sales effort.
I think they're going to have to.
So
it's going to take that long to sell these tickets.
We still don't know the biggest number. How much?
How much are you willing to go, Steve, for your PSL? What are you thinking for us?
Nothing. I already paid the $1,125.
No.
In today's day and age, I should say, I think, and it doesn't mean squat, I would say $1,500 to $2,000 is what.
Is that with your credit already from the Browns of $1,100?
Well, yeah. I mean, what do we pay now? We're somewhere around $1,400 or so,
yeah,
13, 14. So 3 more years from now, it's going to go up. Okay, if it costs me, let's say at that point in time, it's going to be $200 a game to go to a game. That's $2,000 if we're still at 10. That's $2,000 now a year we're paying to go to a game. A one-time fee of $2,000 for that year price where you sit. It, I can at least understand it. I hate it, and I still don't. I think it's bullshit. I think it's a total, he said, it's just it's bull. He's a billionaire. You don't need this money. I think you're personally screwing. Wow, I feel like Steve Rant's going to make a comeback. I feel like we're totally getting screwed out of this. We already commit all this money and a game. I feel like they're pricing the average fan out with the cost of a game, cost of concessions, parking downtown. It's getting insane. So anyway, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're 100% correct. I'm looking at the numbers going, wait, at first I'm like, yeah, we're getting tickets. And then you start saying that. I'm like, am I going to really spend $200 on a Browns game?
Yeah. So,
what?
Remember, Buffalo did theirs, and what was it? They reportedly range anywhere from $2,500 to $50,000 for a PSL. Now, again, that's Buffalo prices, not Cleveland, but it gives Browns fans at least an idea. So my 2,000s now, I think about it, is probably going to be low. But John, what's your breaking point? Is it 1,000, 2,500?
I don't want. We get $1,100 or whatever right now credit. So
yeah, $1,125. Don't shortchange us with these guys.
So if I got to spend another $1,000 on a PSL, I guess I'll do it. I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, at what point do you say I'm watching from home and I'm not spending that, kind of money? Anything over $2,500, $3,000?
I'm a sucker, Steve. I really want to get into that new stadium.
Yeah. That's been we wanted to. So, all right, my friend, we're going to move on because we're really trying. You absolutely have to be out of here at 1. So wherever we're at, we are cutting out. Dominic said should be 0 if you've been a season ticket holder for more than 5 years. I agree too. Well, there are
good call.
No, it's a fair point, and what I would think, but their argument would be, look, we're giving you that credit back of whatever. Back then I thought the highest was $1,500 for like the regular seats. We're giving you that credit back. So if it's now $2,500, you only have to, and you had a $1,500 credit, you're only paying $1,000 more. I will give slight credit. At least you're not totally screwing you by like, nope, you got to pay the whole thing over again. They are going to reckon it. So I'll give them credit for that. but that's it. I ain't giving them no more credit. Win some games. You know what?
Exactly.
You want to know what's going to make me happy to say I love spending this? Win games. That's it. So
If
anyway,
they're not winning in the next 2 years, it's going to be really hard for me to pull a trigger.
no. Well, too bad you're going to commit, because according to them, we're going to start having to pony up here soon. So they'll get us for 1 year. But anyway, I did want to mention this. You got something you were going to say or no?
No.
Good. I did want to see Hugh Jackson. Gotta love Hugh, right? So I do want to bring this up because Hugh made some news that he didn't fail in Cleveland. He was on a podcast. I forget the name of it, but here, let's finish with this. And here's what Hugh Jackson had to say about Cleveland.
For me, these are big shoulders. I've been through the war. I know what this is like. I failed at Cleveland, according to what people said.
No, according to what you said.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did say that because you know what? Sometimes you got to play the game, right?
Okay.
You know, I didn't fail at Cleveland. Are you kidding me? Go back and look at the teams. Go back and look and ask me who had the decision to put them on the field.
Okay.
I have my own algorithm as a football coach. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what players it takes. How was I coaching them in Cincinnati, but yet all of a sudden in Cleveland, I don't know what it takes to win? No, it don't work that way. Yeah, I didn't all of a sudden fall off the turnip truck and forget football in a freaking year. I know what it takes to win. You think that I was going to put quarterbacks on my team that we had on our team in the beginning?
Preach.
Look, come on now, let's wake up. Look, you know the media, Ryan, as well as anybody. They can, once you start that fire, it takes off and run.
Yes.
And that's the narrative that everybody can create when they want to.
Oh,
What do you make of that, Steve?
I'm just going to say, hey, I didn't fail at Cleveland. Are you kidding me? He pointed to the roster and, he was given a question, who actually controlled the personnel. Now, his record was 336-1. His first 2 seasons, he was 1-31. And here's what this is what makes it more, back in 2019, Jackson himself acknowledged that he failed tremendously in Cleveland. Now he's saying he didn't. If 3-36-1 isn't a failure, then what exactly is, John?
That is a failure.
Oh, and by the way, and I had to pull this up as you're talking because I couldn't remember the number. And if I hope and pray Google's right, remember when he got fired in that season 18, after getting off to again terrible start, Greg Williams took over with that same roster and went 5-3. So
there you go. You go. There's your answer.
I mean, I'll say some of those rosters were bad, but
Oh, Steve, Baker Mayfield's rookie year.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackson didn't start him this season. He started, I believe, Tyrod Taylor.
Yep.
And I also believe that Nick Chubb was not starting, that he was starting. Dude, I don't even know the back now.
He wasn't getting like any carries. And remember
Isaiah Crowell or somebody.
Well,
I don't remember who.
I don't know if it was Crowell, but remember he had like the one give me like 3 carries for like 90-something yards.
Yeah, against the Raiders.
Anyway, so good to see a few, but I'm done. We'll see you again in a few more years, I guess. Anyway, so quick Gleam 5 is something kind of new I wanted to do, and we're going to wrap this up. We're a couple minutes behind. I'm going to put you on the spot, John.
Yep, okay, I'm ready.
5 quick questions. QB1 today, Watson or Sanders?
Sanders.
After the first preseason game, are you more confident or less confident about this Browns team than you were a week ago?
I'm the same. 6 wins.
More important, the Bills joint practice or Saturday's game?
Well, from what you're telling me, it's the Browns joint practice. So I'm going to go with what you're saying.
Yeah. Biggest concern, injuries, the defensive tackle or our quarterback?
Well, I'm going to say defensive tackle, and that's going to tie into depth overall.
There you go. And finally, PSL breaking point. What's the most you'd pay? I think you answered this already, but what's the most you'd pay?
The PSL, another 1,000.
So 20, you're about 2,100.
Maybe 25, maybe 26, but no more than 27.
All right, John, we're going to move on. Not too bad. But anyway, what do you got here for, we got a sponsor.
Yeah, AFC North Intel is sponsored by Wet Jet Pressure Washing, proudly serving all of Northeast Ohio. Call Scott at 440-283-WASH and mention There's a Gleam podcast and save $75 on house wash and exterior window cleaning package. Wet Jet, clean that stands out. Let's get the Gleam back.
And John, real quick, our buddy Chris Cantor put crazier part about, I think he wanted to say PSLs. I believe it's only good for Browns games. The PSL should count for any event in that area. Am I right on this? No. You're wrong.
Well,
Go ahead.
It should be. He is right, but it doesn't work that way. It should be that way.
What do you mean? You just confused me.
Well, if we buy a PSL, we should be able to go see Taylor Swift in our seat if we want.
Well, okay. Yes and no. You both are wrong. We do. Anytime there is something going on at the stadium, we do have first dibs. Foo Fighters were just here. So, Chris, to answer you, we do get, as a season ticket holder, they do come to us. Well, I'm sure there's other, those different groups that get their special if you're a part of, those fan clubs or something. But out to the public, season ticket holders, we usually get offered first those tickets. And to be honest, some of those, like we used to be up in the upper deck, I wouldn't want to sit there for a concert. I'd rather try and get a better seat. So it's not that you don't get your own seat. You can get a better seat. So we do have that. So
yeah, there's a little perk, I guess.
Yeah, not much. But anyway, all right, John, AFC North news. What do you got for us?
The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Packers 28-9. Mason Rudolph started. It was nearly perfect, 10 of 11. Will Howard looked really good, 7 of 9 with 86 yards. And then Drew Aller also looked good, 10 of 13, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. Steve, the quarterback, Pittsburgh has 4 quarterbacks. 4. Well, that's what the guys the Steeler fans at work think, that they've got the next, great quarterbacks in Pittsburgh.
Right.
I don't know. How do you see it, Steve? Is it just Mike McCarthy working his magic, or is this just preseason football?
I mean, give Mike McCarthy credit. That's his forte, offense. He does do a good job at offense. So, they played the Packers. I don't know who the Packers played. Drew Aller. I mean, the kid went from the year before. Remember, a lot of people believed if he hadn't gotten hurt and we had that second pick, the Browns would have probably taken Drew Aller. Yeah. He comes back, gets hurt, doesn't play most season, gets drafted late. What was he, 3rd, 4th round? Mm-hmm. When most people thought this kid was going to be a lottery pick.
Yeah.
So, Howard, there's people that wanted us to take Howard with that pick.
I would rather have him over Gabriel.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, but whatever. Good for them.
Good for you. Good for me. Good for everybody.
Until we see it and as long as Rodgers is healthy, they ain't seeing the field. So we'll see. True. We'll see who develops the quarterback better, us or them.
Baltimore Ravens beat the Eagles 24-7. Ravens rookie quarterback Joe Fagano makes his case. He went 22 of 28 for 224 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So he's battling right now.
Rookie. Remember Pavio was the kid that
Diego Pavia.
Yeah, remember
he got cut.
Yep. So looks like they made.
So whatever. I think it looks like Fagano might be that 3rd string quarterback behind Tyler Huntley and Lamar Jackson. The Cincinnati Bengals beat the Lions 16-14. They have a wide receiver there, Deontay Myers. He's making a push, Steve. He's from the CFL. He had 42 yards on 4 touches. Now, that receiver room in Cincinnati, Chase Higgins,
right?
Yosiva, those are 3 starters. And then you got 2 other spots, Mitch Tinsley and Charlie Jones. Deontay Myers might make this team. Interesting.
I'd be jealous as all hell looking at them and saying, look, but I'm feeling pretty good about my receiver room right now. So we'll see.
I am too. And that's about all I got for AFC North news. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Nope. Look at us flying through in record time. I am impressed.
Now we got the land segment, Steve. I got to hear about this. Is where you said you got a meal named after you or something?
So it is a place we featured before. It's Anthony's Family Restaurant here in Eastlake. They're off Vine Street. Exact address is 34931 Vine Street, Eastlake, Ohio. Typical family-owned little restaurant. They're open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m., closed on Sundays, and they do the breakfast, lunch, dinner. They do daily specials. Great. Well, they've been pretty active on social media. We've been going there, Deb and I, since they opened almost 20 years ago or whatever it's been. We haven't gone as much. After COVID, we didn't go out as much, and we go to our club a lot for meals. But I've been going back there lately, and they've been really active on social media and posting stuff, having fun with some of the other local restaurants about smash burgers. And they're one of the few places, me, and I always bitch about pricing. They're one of the few that does daily specials. They call it a blue plate special.
Okay.
They'll do something that might be $4.99. Wow. $5.99, 2 pancakes, kind of like a Grand Slam, 2 pancakes, eggs, sausages, different things. Well, they had posted the other day on social media that they're going to take a little bit of a break from social media. So, if you want to know the specials and whatnot, you're going to have to call or stop in. And jokingly, I was just like, well, can you throw us a bone and tell us one more time for old time's sake what tomorrow's going to be, which was this past Monday.
Yeah.
And they fired shortly back. They responded back to me saying, well, what do you want, Steve? And I was like, oh, and it's so funny because, my buddy Chris. Yeah. I was talking to him. I'm like, hey, you want to grab breakfast tomorrow? And he's like, well, he's back going to the gym consistently, which I'm not. He's like, I'm trying to eat clean. He's like, if they're doing an omelet or something, I'm in, but he don't want to do the pancakes and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right. So when they shot this out to me, I was like, ooh, and they do have a good omelet. So I fired back, any type of omelet. Their omelets are one of the best around, I think. Uh-huh. So within minutes, they fired back and said, they posted it. Here it is. Steve's Blue Plate. It's the East Lake omelet. It was sausage, green peppers, onions, American cheese, topped with sausage gravy, served with breakfast potatoes and toast, all for $6.99.
That sounds actually really good. I've never had an omelet with sausage gravy on top of it. I was really damn good.
Know me. I'm like, hey, I like my classic omelet, and I got a picture. Dude, it was banging.
That looks good.
Did
you get rye toast?
Yeah, I'm trying. That's my eating healthier is doing rye, right? That justifies it. So anyway, I wasn't sure about the gravy. Dude, I loved it. And normally I'm like, no, I don't want
I mean, I don't know how that would be, but it was good. I mean, it sounds like it could be pretty. I love sausage gravy.
It was $6.99. And they're like, oh, and the best part was they're like, hey, you come in Monday, we're gonna, it's on us. So I showed up with Chris and I told him, look, you don't have to. I appreciate it. I'll pay. I'm more than happy to pay. I'm honored you put that in my name. Thank you. And Chris and I usually do separate checks. And so we get done. And Catherine, one of the owners, shout out to Catherine and her husband, Anthony, owners of the restaurant. She's like, no, this is on us. I'm like, you really don't have to. I'm gladly pay. And they're like, no. And then they took Chris's check. So after a minute, I'm like, well, damn, I got my check. So she came back. She's like, oh, I thought it was one. Took that. Took both of ours. So Chris and I tipped our server, Jennifer, very, very well that day. But shout out to them. They're a great family restaurant, local, always do great food. I just want to say thank you. I got some friends telling me about it and stuff. Deb said Anthony's a good restaurant. Yeah, they are. And yeah, it was very good.
Did Chris know that when you walked in that it was named after you, or did he?
Well, I wasn't sure. We used to go in there all the time. They knew us very well. I don't go in nearly as much. We've been there over the last year a handful of times, Chris and I, and sometimes his son for breakfast. And when I walked in, because I'm like, they said, if you come, let whoever's there know you're Steve, the Steve. And so I walked in. Chris is like, you know this guy? And right away, Catherine's like, I know you. I gave her a hug. I'm like, thank you. So I've had a breakfast named after me. The show's complete. I can retire, and there you go. I made it, Ma.
Top of the world, Ma.
Top of the world. So, all right, my friend, let's move on. Inside the dog pound. We got to get this in. Oop, let me get rid of this. And, John, you go ahead and do the read for that. I'm going to get stuff ready for this.
Okay. Inside the Dog Pound is proudly sponsored by Poo Poo We Do, serving all of Lake County with monthly, weekly, and one-time pet waste cleanups. Call Scott at 440-941-9798 for a free quote. Mention there's the Gleam podcast and let them handle the dirty work. Let's get the Gleam back.
There you go. Good job, my friend.
Now it's time for our free agent Fido.
All right. And why don't you do this one too? I'm going to handle the photos.
You got pictures? All right. Yeah. All right. So let's head inside the dog pound for our free agent Fido of the week. Gleam Nation, the scouting department has been busy this week. And we think we found a free agent who deserves to get signed immediately. Meet Ace. Ace is 1.5 years old. Is 1.5 years old. And if we were putting together his scouting report, this guy checks a lot of boxes. He's dog friendly, people friendly. He's got plenty of energy and loves to play. And when the fourth quarter is over, Ace is more than ready to hit the couch and become your favorite snuggle buddy. Now, Ace was surrendered through absolutely no fault of his own. Now this sweet boy is sitting in free agency waiting for the most important contract of his career, a forever home. And let's check out some of Ace's combine numbers. Professional bed roller, elite. Blanket wrestling, first round talent. Cuddling, Pro Bowl level. Good boy rating, off the charts. Ace is also neutered, vaccinated, and ready to report to his new team immediately. This guy has so much personality and even more love to give. All Ace needs now is someone willing to call his name on draft day and bring him home. And Gleam Nation, you know Cleveland loves its dogs, so let's get behind this one. Share Ace's story. Tell your friends, tell your family, help us get the word out and find this young free agent a home field advantage he deserves. Because we can only imagine how happy Ace will be when that bed he's rolling around on and those blankets he's wrestling with are finally his own. No more free agency, no more waiting for his number to be called. Just Ace, his new family, a lifetime contract filled with belly rubs, treats, and love. Ace, this week's free agent fido of the week. Let's get this dog signed because every dog deserves a home. What a cute
Clip that. He's a cutie. I don't know what his mix. They're all kind of mixes. Breed, I should say, but he is a very cute dog.
He is.
All right, there you go with that. So now let's move on real quick. Some NFL news.
Yeah, let's talk about. So the big news that I saw, Steve, was Roger Goodell. Goodell says the NFL team outside the U.S. is coming. He said at some point there will be NFL teams outside of the United States and that he has no doubt it will eventually happen, which is the reason why the NFL gave him a new contract worth all those millions of dollars because he's going to go international. So the NFL is going a record 9 international games this year. And it's going to go to 10 after this season. So
do you think, let me ask you real quick. I know we're trying to move along here.
Yeah.
Do you think that when it's not a matter of if, but when they do that, is it going to be an existing team or you think it'll be an expansion?
I think it'll be a new team.
Do you really?
What, all right, let me ask you this. What country?
I wanted to say Europe. I'm thinking somewhere like England, London, possibly Germany, something
those were the first two. Those were the first two that came to my mind: England and Germany.
Although if it was in Italy, I'd be tempted then to make a trip over to because I love me my Italian food. So, go ahead.
I was just going to move on now with the Atlanta Falcons. This story, Steve, Shedeur Smith. I thought he was coming to Cleveland. I thought he was coming.
So
to
did
Cleveland.
According to Mary Cabot, we all did. Thanks to Mary Kay. But go ahead.
But I think he's going to the Atlanta Falcons now. He signed a 1-year, $6 million deal. Can be up to worth the $8 million. Surprised by that? Are you surprised he went there? He's not
No, because what we said. So it was reported by Mary Kay a couple of days ago that he was going to be signing with the Browns, and I was actually pretty pumped about that. I'm like, that makes sense. Great depth. Loves Zedarius. Thought he'd be a great addition. Then he goes on social media and puts out, where'd you hear that from? Only to, I think, within 10 or 15 minutes later, remove that comment. Then wake up the next day and hear from Schefter that, Shedeur Smith is going to sign with the Falcons and our old friend Stefanski. So apparently people will play for him. But the hell happened?
I don't know. Many a slip between a cup and a lip.
So
that's from Young Guns.
Yeah, I don't. It's one of our favorites. Move on. Big news.
Number 8 pick Jordan Tice. Remember all the talk about? Oh man, he's injury prone. We might not want to draft him. Well,
and there's so many Browns fans that wanted him with that first pick.
Yeah,
they were. that was their guy. And experts believe that take away the injury, he may be the best receiver in that draft.
Well,
so
Steve, he's hurt. He's hurt. He's out for about 2 months. Hamstring, I think. Yeah. Then we have Steve, this one's brutal.
What's that?
Martin Emerson had a really good game the other day for
he did.
New Orleans
Saints.
Yeah, 3 pass breakups on 13 coverage snaps. Oh boy. And we need a cornerback, and we got rid of Martin Emerson Jr. We let him walk.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling great about that.
We'll find out. What else you got?
I got Von Miller signs with the Cowboys, 37 years old. 1 year, $5.5 million deal. It's not bad money if you can get it.
No. Yeah, but I don't know.
How much longer? How many more years do you think Von Miller's got? Is this his last
he's
year?
A defensive end. Well, look at Calais Campbell. I mean, he's still going away. Is he 40 or near 40? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, defensive end at that age is awfully tough. He's nowhere near the player he was, but who knows? Maybe he had some depth.
I think he had 5 sacks or something last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Giants.
Giants had Najee Harris.
Former Steeler.
Yep, he's working his way back from Achilles injury.
What I thought was interesting, who did they release in order to sign him?
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Another former Steeler.
Yeah.
And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. When Juju came out of USC, I actually kind of wanted the Browns to take him.
I did too.
I will never forget that game when he blew out Vontaze Burfict's windshield. Remember, he laid that block on him, blindside block, and knocked him almost out.
That was great.
That's the highlight of his career for me. So, and one last thing, this is a big one and hits home a little bit.
Okay,
hit it.
Jerome Ford is out for the season for the Washington Commanders. Yeah, that's
a tough break for Ford. I liked Ford. He was solid here.
Yeah, serious hamstring injury against Miami.
That's a shame. The other one we didn't have, but I also saw Jamal Adams. Remember the safety?
Yeah.
Who I actually wanted the Browns to take back in that draft. What did he go? Second or third overall to the Jets out of LSU. He's out for the year now, and it might be done for his career too. I mean, where he's at his age. So anyway, there's that Bottlegate. Tailgating lot. So we're 1:00. Do we have time to?
Yeah, let's do it real quick, Steve.
All right, hit us with.
All right, so this game is official rule or tailgate bullshit. Now everybody thinks they know how to play cornhole, but Steve, do you actually know the official rules, or have you just been playing tailgate bullshit your whole life?
Well, mostly it's tailgate bullshit, but I'm going to say I know the rules.
All right, so I got 7 questions for you. All right, for corn. So a cornhole bag is on the board is worth 1 point. A bag through the hole is worth 3.
I'm going to go yes, Jonathan.
I gave you a big old softball, Steve. You're right. 1 on the board, 3 in the hole. All right. Regulation cornhole boards are supposed to be 27 feet apart, measured from the front edge of the board to the front edge of the other board.
That sounds pretty exact, so I'm going to say yes, but I don't think I've ever measured.
You are right. It's 27 feet from front edge to front edge. So when you're laying out your boards, from 27.
Kareem Hunt.
Okay, if you go over 21 points, you got to go back to 15 if you don't hit 21 right on the nose.
I say yes because I think that's how we've always played it.
So interesting that ACA, which is American Cornhole Association, recognizes 21 exact as a house rule variation. So you don't need to reset back to 15.
So what does it mean? It's dealer's choice?
So if you, it says here, this version busting over 21 resets you back to 13, not 15.
Okay. I don't know how to say this guy's user. RRR-LR2GS said yes for the first one. He was right. And yes to the next one. And no to the.
Oh,
so you're saying you don't have to reset. That's just a house.
Yeah, it's a house rule. Not a bus rule is not standard play.
Okay. So what's that? I was wrong or what? I'm confused.
You're wrong.
Okay.
All right. Who's answering this question online?
It's RR-LR2GS.
All right. So if he's listening, RR, if your bag hits the ground first, bounces on the board, and stays there, do you get 1 point?
No.
You're right. You don't. Let's see if RR gets that one right.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to jump the gun there.
That's okay. You have to win a game of cornhole by 2 points.
Yes.
No, you do not have to.
Oh, we've always played that, I thought.
No 2 point margin is required. He said, what did he say?
No,
he was right. Okay. Number 6. And then one more after this. If your bag knocks your opponent's bag into the hole, your opponent gets 3 points.
Yes,
you are right, Steve.
All right.
You kind of know cornhole better than I thought.
I guess we were playing kind of official.
All right. Last question. Let's see if RR can get this one. Official rules say you have 20 seconds to throw your cornhole bag. Is that true? You have 20 seconds to throw your cornhole bag. Is that true?
Sure. Yes.
You're right. He's right. Yeah, he did. He got it right. RR got it right. Yeah. 20-second time limit if you don't deliver the bag.
Wait, he said no. I think yes was the other one.
Oh.
If you knock your, and I think he said no.
Oh, well,
So I think we got 2 wrong, which was you go back, but that's kind of a house rule. It's not.
I know that one was really kind of confusing to me.
But technically, it's not the rule. So 5 and 2 is what I think I got.
Yeah,
not bad. So we kind of basically
know the rules.
Well, you've actually done more cornhole, and I think you and I. Well, your family used to have a cornhole tournament there for a while.
Yeah.
Remember, we totally misread it. This is a funny story. So we totally misread it. I think it was your cousin John and his wife Mary. Remember, they put together your family tournament, and we didn't read the fine print, which I normally don't do a lot of finding out. Anyway, it was supposed to be a couples or boy-girl.
Right.
And you and I signed up as a team. We thought it was a team, tag team of 2. And John was at our fantasy draft. I remember him coming up to us and just saying, I saw you guys signed up. He's like, I better see you 2 kissing at this tournament. Remember that? He totally. And we're like, oh, we didn't read that. We had to be a male, female. So anyway, we went past, but only 5 minutes, John.
Yeah,
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
You've got to be. So anyway, we're going to wrap things up because John has a real job to get to, and he's got to make a pit stop. And he said, I got wrong. RR, thanks for commenting, my friend.
Yeah, RR, that was fun.
I remember seeing you. Your name stands out. So I hope you follow us, catch our show. We're here every Wednesday. Want to thank you for joining us. Again, comments, RR for that. Dominic, Deb, Chris Cantor. If I'm missing somebody, I apologize. But appreciate the comments. Appreciate when you guys comment on our post on social media with John. What are a couple things we do? Gleam Showdown, Gleam Nation Speaks. When we do our legends, there's a Gleam legend.
He said what he said.
Yep. So appreciate you guys commenting. Again, you know where to follow us. We're on Facebook, YouTube, X. We're both on TikTok, and appreciate the support, all that good stuff. And let me remove that. I forgot to get this up. Got to have our man Marty up there. John, anything else you want to add here today?
No, hey, just have a good time at the game on Saturday. Send me some pictures. I want to see where our seats are at. Greg Lightcap, my cousin. Great podcast, guys. Thanks for all the info. I appreciate it, Greg.
Oh,
Cleveland firefighter right there.
Yeah, Greg, thanks for your service. Stay safe. And RR said he's normally too drunk to keep score. Yeah, you and me both. RR, I'm surprised I knew that. So anyway, thank you guys very much for joining us. Appreciate it. I'm going to be at the game Saturday. I think I'm going to wear one of the There's a Gleam podcast shirts. So if you see me out and about, maybe I'm going to get some video. We can plan a show for next week. But on that note, guys, I want to thank you for joining us. Have a great week. And remember what Coach Marty would say.
Gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam. All right, let's go.
All right, everybody. Hope you have a great week, and go Browns.